Are you struggling with database independence in your Java applications? You're not alone. Today, we're diving into how to achieve database independence using JDBC without relying on any ORM frameworks. I completely understand your frustration. Many developers face limitations with JDBC, especially when it comes to database dependency. It's a common challenge that can really slow down your development process. Let's look at the specific question at hand. One user asked, is there a way to achieve database independence in JDBC without using any other ORM framework or tool? They mentioned trying dynamic polymorphism by creating specific classes for different DBMS. Sound familiar? Let's explore this together. So what exactly is the issue with JDBC? The main limitation is that it often ties your application to a specific database's SQL syntax. This can make it difficult to switch databases or support multiple ones. But don't worry, we have some strategies to tackle this. And stick around. At the end of this video, I'll share a powerful tip that can help you write more generic SQL statements for various DBMS. To achieve database independence in JDBC, the user should start by defining a common interface for their database operations. This interface will declare methods for common tasks like creating, reading, updating, and deleting records. Next, the user should implement this interface for each specific database management system they want to support. Each implementation will handle the unique SQL syntax and connection details for that database. After implementing the specific classes, the user should create a factory class that will return the appropriate database implementation based on the user's configuration or input. This allows for dynamic selection of the database type at runtime. Finally, the user can utilize the factory class in their application to perform database operations without worrying about the underlying database type. This promotes database independence and simplifies the code. Fun fact: did you know that SQL stands for Structured Query Language? It's the standard language for managing and manipulating databases. But not all SQL is created equal. Now let's look at the answers provided by other users. This user emphasizes that achieving database independence in JDBC is quite challenging, especially without using an ORM. They caution that while it can be done, it may complicate your design and reduce maintainability. They suggest that if database independence is essential, using an ORM is the easiest route, as it abstracts database specifics and allows you to focus on domain objects instead of SQL. However, they share an alternative approach they used, which involved storing SQL statements as resources. The default was ANSI SQL, which works across many databases, and they created resource files for specific databases like MySQL and Oracle. This method allows for easier updates and fixes without changing the application code. That's it for that response. Let's explore another one. One alternative approach to achieve database independence in JDBC is to focus on two main strategies. First, you can subtract non-common features, which means sticking to the SQL 92 standard. This is what many ORM tools do, allowing for common CRUD operations across different databases. However, for database-specific queries, you would still need to use native SQL. Second, you can specialize by using database-specific dialects, which emulate functionality from one database to another. But since the question specifies avoiding ORM tools, the user suggests creating a custom data access object, or DAO, for each supported database. This means defining interfaces like product.ao and implementing them for each database, such as Oracle, MySQL, PostgreSQL, and SQL Server. Alternatively, you could use a single implementation but rely on stored procedures. While this method is possible, it can be quite labor-intensive compared to using established frameworks. That's the end of that answer. Let's see another perspective. An alternative approach suggested by another user involves using JOOQ. They point out that JOOQ is designed to provide a Java-native way to make portable database calls, which aligns with your goal of achieving database independence. Let's take a look at an answer from another user. This user suggests an alternative approach to achieve database independence in JDBC. They acknowledge that while frameworks like JDBC and Hibernate are ideal for handling generic database operations, they may not be suitable for everyone. Instead, they recommend externalizing SQL to accommodate different SQL dialects. The user shares their experience with a custom Java-based ETL engine that worked on both Oracle and DB2. They faced the challenge of optimizing complex queries and decided to generate SQL dynamically using custom templates tailored for each database. Here's that powerful tip I promised. Always test your SQL queries on multiple databases during development. This practice can save you a lot of headaches down the line. And there you have it. With these strategies, you can achieve greater database independence in your Java applications using JDBC. If you found this video helpful, please subscribe for more tips and tricks.